Hello, welcome back to another magnificent day at the agency. I'm your magnificent host, Agent Q, and with me today is Yuki.
Hi, Yuki Des.
And today we're diving deeper into the dark future of the 41st Millennium. Now, as the rogue traitor of House Valencia, we have cleared away one of our rivals and asserting our power in this sector that is slowly coming unraveled. I think the Inquisitor is not going to be happy with us.
And our other rival doesn't really seem to be in a great situation at the moment.
Well, they don't seem to be doing anything. It's like they're like losing their territory and then not caring about it. It's like
They're very busy, I think, with the Cult of the Dawn and possibly becoming part of it. Unclear.
Or doing something. Like Winter Scale is up to something, which the good thing is we've set up a successor for him already that's loyal to us. Or at least allied.
We've installed a puppet government.
I
know whenever you make that sound that I'm not wrong.
you're right. It's just I don't like what that applies in like real world stuff. All right, can we talk to you? Oh, newer lord, but looks like Liege, newly restored, looks tired, but please. And says, okay. I am only carrying out the duties imposed upon me by, okay, so this isn't anything important.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay, and also, looking back, oh, we didn't check all the loot, apparently. Looking back over our VODs, we have now technically been on this game a little over a year now. Because we started this at the end of 2024. Like, it was a December game.
Oh.
So we have been on this a bit. But, all right. Oh, there's more corpses down here.
You know, we must have gone back to a slightly earlier, point or something. I think, because we did run around and spend a while looting stuff after the fight, but maybe we didn't save it and we just loaded the autosave or something.
Maybe. This game's weird where it puts its... sometimes it'll put the autosave ahead of the hard save, even if the autosave is older, which I don't like.
Yeah, that's irritating.
Yep. All right. All right, I think we should head out from here. It'll give us all the loot once we hit the exit anyways, so...
Well, I think it'll give us all the combat loot, but it won't give us stuff in chests, for instance.
We did that before the fight, though.
Yeah. So I think we should be good in this particular case.
Yep. Although it was literally just the loot of the guys, which I think I might have just reloaded us back into the same area.
Excellent. Pro gaming.
Which, why is that a choice?
I don't know, maybe things will be different now.
Nope, okay, this is the other area, so...
Do we want to talk to the shopkeeper again?
I mean, it's the guy we just talked to before. So we really haven't gotten enough to be worth it. I'm more interested in seeing if we can go talk to the Inquisitor right now.
Fair enough.
Because the throne should be gone. No, it's still there.
Well, it should still be there, it just shouldn't have her on it anymore.
Oh, it's the whatchamacallem, the priest. Closed to outsiders, so... Well, okay then. That's irritating.
But we now rule this city.
Yeah, which, Where
I still have a
is...
crippled arm. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we're about to head back to the ship. That'll be good there, which... Okay, that's good. Says it. All right, no, we're gonna head back to our throne world and go see about Abelard's family.
Yes, we did neglect to deal with that. Although I'm not sure that that was something that was on the throne world.
No, because it was his family was getting run off that, so I'm fairly certain I'll zoom over there to see if there is a, because that is. Is it? It's not. No, it's not Janus. It's further up. It's yeah, diagnosis. Yep, it's up there. Okay.
Lord Captain, I bring you new information about the Xeno device that you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded, to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they awakened the Xeno artifact. For but a moment, it produced a holographic copy of a planet and coordinates that matched a location in Langren's belt. Perhaps you will wish to see with your own eyes what this destination holds. Lord Captain, reporting. Shortly before our departure from Footfall, a group of messengers in luxurious garbs delivered a strongbox and several chests bearing the insignia of House Orcelio to the ship. I suppose the use of gold-clad servants instead of servitors was an extravagant attempt by the navigators to draw the attention of the rogue trader. Considering the incident on the capital world, the enforcer officers checked the Navis nobility gifts thrice. I'm pleased to report that none of them threaten your, Lady Cassia's, or the crew's well-being. Having said that, a closer examination of the strongbox by the tech adepts revealed a data slate with a vid message addressed to you personally, alongside some kind of encrypted data. We dared not touch them without your instructions.
Ooh. Alright, decode the encryption hidden in the data slate. Let's try that first.
You're not gonna watch the message first?
Alright.
Never know if you're decoding scrap code.
As you command, Lord Captain.
Vintus issues several orders, and the vid screen of your personal cogitator springs to life, the machine innards rumbling unhappily.
Regent Art. Was this Abelard's niece?
I don't know. No, it's a navigator person, but I don't know which one.
Baird, great Regent. Anton's life. Well, alright, I'll take it. Rogue traitor. Your piece comes from the cogitator box. The bloated face with sagging skin and a gaping hole where the nose should be. We greet Regent Artano Orles. Sends greetings and hopes this message finds you in good health. Yeah, we spared him. House Orleans will soon hold grand council within the palace of Atlas, the holy relic that connects all navigators of our house. This meeting will take place not in the physical world, in the world of thoughts, dreams, and visions. Only way to avoid bloodshed, decide the fate of the sacred child at last. Thanks to the Atlas, we feel that the soul of the child is full of dismay, and yet the rogue trader words bear a lot of weight with the child, so he may soothe its anxiety and lead the child down the right path. The path of accepting its duty before the house and ascending to the navigator's throne. I hope you consider my offer, Agent Q of Omniscience, for it is in your power to not only strengthen the bond between our dynasties, but multiply your riches at the same time. The gifts accompanying this message are but a insignificant part of the great regent's gratitude. May the God Emperor protect us all.
The vid screen shuts down and Voxmaster breaks the silence.
I'm told the message has been relayed to your cogitator, Lord Captain. I hope the data did not get corrupted during playback or delivery.
All right, let's decode the encryption. Let's see what this is.
Yes, Lord Captain.
Vigdis falls silent and the Vox transmission fills with scratchings and cogita quill and rustling of papers.
A messenger servo skull has been sent to the Omnissiah's servants compartment. Once the data slate has been decrypted, I will notify you immediately.
Be all for now.
God Emperor protects, Lord Captain.
Okay, dang, that was a lot of triggers for just one jump. Let's see what the next one gets us.
Lord Captain, an urgent report from the servants of the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message on the House Orcelio data slate, hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolytes of the cult Mechanicus are performing the rites to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do?
That's a tough one because that does your worries are right, but I do want to know. But
Yeah, right? What was that I mentioned about scrap code?
yeah, that's although we got the big machine spirit on this ship right now, so I shouldn't be too worried about that. Let's try it.
The comm bead echoes with a furious clicking of Vigdis's augmented fingers. A few moments later, the vid screen of her cogitator shows the recording through a wall of static.
Let's represent. Rogue trader, you are hardly know me, but I am well informed of your deeds. A well-built young man, just as his Silken had been, help us with the symbol of novice nobility. All right, a little bit better on the voice. And my name is irrelevant, for I, as long as the cursed child continues to live, and breathes no one in house or lanes is safe. I know what Master Felix and Lady Helena Hatereda had to do on Iraq 5 and in your palace. I understand your anger. House or lanes deeply apologize for these incidents. Peter tirelessly closes his eyes. I presume you know that House Orcelio will be holding a grand council in the depths of that accursed Atlas very soon, and we cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. I am also aware that you enjoy great influence over the cursed child. Convince her to reject the Atlas, break the century-old shackle that binds our house, crush Tisiphono's tyranny under her foot, simply kill her. I do not care. I am not going to lie. We are unlikely to become good friends. House Orcelio values trusted allies like no other. The true House Orcelio, that is, not these lunatic zealots and the regent. To assume you are of my sincerity, I shall be the first to extend a hand in a gesture of goodwill. A gracious gift to the Von Valentius dynasty. You will find it in the rays of Montrose, an emerald red clutch on the storm embrace hedge lords and woods from the
The vid recording cuts short, and you hear Voxmaster's voice in your comm bead.
I'm very sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omnissiah could no longer restrain the machine spirit's hunger. I hope you were able to see the vid message through to the end.
Yep, oh, that was a trap. We might spring it later. I very much dislike when it's like, oh, wait a little bit, then like the next action you take, it pops up like that. That always feels irritating to me. I clicked the wrong button.
Oops.
I just pulled us into the system, which
We can go visit our colony.
we do need to check up on those really quick. So while we're here, we will take a look. Did we put a... Alright, I'm going to start just dropping these.
It's probably worth it if it's got 7.
Well, at this point, I think we're not going to be exploring too much more of this map, so...
Yeah?
Okay, let's see here. Chemical Soulstone Promethium. Because it's 10 holy gifts, profit factor up, and complacency up. Completed. This also costs us mechanisms. Oh, these all pretty much cost mechanisms, don't they? Well, let's do that simple one for now. Actually, let's check those really quick. I believe files, yeah, they should have. Isn't this the one we just did?
Foulstone is the planet that we're at, yes.
Yep, oh, alright. Whenever the wearer performs a heroic act or a desperate measure, cover all their wounds and gain +2 AP this turn.
That seems pretty handy.
I mean, it's boots, so...
Oh, I thought it was like a passive.
No, unfortunately, the... What's the required?
I'm not actually able to see what you're looking at the moment.
Raising minus. Oh, so you can't see the, sorry. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good one. Janus, let's see, can we... Okay, yeah, I think the problem we were having there is we just couldn't do, couldn't do anything until we did that quest in there. Thanks, up the wearer gains plus cohesion plus the Lord Xenos. Oh, that's a good one. No. Good. Dairos. Sorry. Let's see. A battle match, the Rogue Trader receives some of the past conditions. +2 plating to all sectors for a thing. See, Iron Class rank. Nope. Called Arms. Familiar Power Armor. Armor 80 deflection. The character wearing this armor gains dodge. +15 strength. Power Armor. That's probably better than what Abelard currently has, so we'll get that for him. Yeah, let's see here. Macrocannon's 2 hit of the Craven Bane. Terrifying weapon of Yurg's cheering a ship to save. Okay. And offered mission chain weapons deal. Oh, this is a big chain weapon. Okay. No, it doesn't say Astartes. So chain weapons deal plus 25% crit. Let's see. What's the specialty on this? No, it's Astartes equipment. So it's just a better chain sword. She doesn't need anything. Chukari weapon, which I don't think any of our guys have, correct?
I was working on getting it on myself, but I don't believe I have it just yet.
Okay, then we'll go with one that's just pure profit factor. All right. Oh, shoot. Hold on. 2 seconds. I almost forgot, everybody. You need to turn... I need to turn... Actually, did you ever join share chat?
I don't know that I did. I don't think that actually... well, I'm in it.
Yeah, there you are. There it is. My bad for everyone on Yuki's side. If I wasn't paying attention to you, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No one has talked on my side.
All right, we warped and it pulled me to the bridge. Why?
It's always a good sign, right?
Yeah.
It's not like your bathtub will be filling with blood or anything.
It was a green jump. This should be okay.
Agent Q, how wonderful it is that I found you here.
Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotions that are not your own.
Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control.
Efforts are lacking. Try harder.
I came to deliver good tidings. I've spoken with the house's navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in its midst, House Orsilio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urak 5 and the resolution of the conflict of the Darganis reception. Not all Orsilios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the house's present state of affairs.
Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze, and clasps her hands together.
There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during the warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I'm going mad, for you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphone Orsilio, the house's previous noviter. I have seen Tisiphone's experiments, the ones that involve the navigators from the Setala branch, which she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Satalas helped Tisiphone create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can... No, I know I can find the way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphone's journey from my visions. A real place, not the psychophysical illusion which the Orsilio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty.
We'll make sure you can find the physical manifestation of this Atlas.
I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me in our travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tisiphone gathered the settlers, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Cetalis sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Orsilio obtained its Starway Atlas.
Ooh, I'm not liking this.
For the first time ever, I had an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orsilio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Agent Q, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me to Tisiphone's wake in the distant stars.
Alright. This sounds like it could be valuable, so we will help you.
Cassie breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again.
The house is still watching me. Both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt any of them will agree to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origins. And I do not wish to see House Orsilio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our past on my own.
Alright, then it's best we go alone.
Reminder that both factions reached out to you to try to have you basically force her into doing something and or murder people. Cassia's shoulders relaxed a little.
Thank you for your understanding, Rogue Trader. And now, permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I've been able to glean, we must first travel to the...
Her ruby eyes widen in astonishment.
The Orsilio prophecy system. Odd that. Could it be that historical records are lying? And Kalen Orsilio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the system from which Tisiphone embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow in her long-forgotten footsteps.
Neat. This in no way, shape, or form will backfire and or bite us in the ass later, will it?
Definitely not. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure any option in this is going to cause us some kind of problems.
Yeah. No, but the whole reasoning there was I kind of want to have more control over the house, so if she takes control but is thoroughly loyal to me above all else, that works out for our benefit.
Well, we had in the past chosen the option to not hand her over because she specifically did not want to be in that role.
Yep. But who knows? Maybe knowing the future will take her there. And what was this? Immediately after the ship approaches close to the planet, the strange artifact from the homunculus laboratory activates. Oh god! Trying to receive the incoming signal from the planet's surface, the black faces of the prism have started about pulsing liquid light. The Augur teams report that the source of the signal is a small beacon which cannot be studied from orbit. Clearly, orbs detected around the beacon. So the scout team source of the signal. A disgusting sight unfolds before the scouts. In a sinister, high fence enclosure, hideous mutants crawl and wither. Hundreds of ugly beasts, their shapes vaguely reminiscent of humans, squirm on several pairs of deformed arms and legs, capable of attacking or doing much of anything beyond crawling in the dirt. The creatures are riveted with endless pain, which seems to feed the Jakari beacon at the very center of the pen. Pulsing like light follows from the beacon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, burn it with holy fire. Like,
I guess we get nothing out of that.
Well, it's Drukari based, so odds are it was going to bite us in the ass.
Oh, 6 more plasteel.
Yep. All right, we already plundered that station. Right, one of these is a yellow jump. Enforcers from the different decks of the Von Valentius vessel report a terrifying sight. The skin of some of the crew members has become translucent, revealing knots of muscle and blood vessels beneath, whereas yet small spider-like insects seem to be scurrying inside of them. Snow white and sparkling like ice, the transformed could not see this phenomenon in themselves or anyone else, only occasionally complaining about the prickly feeling in their extremities. Some were branded as mutants and killed. The survivors were back after the vessel merged to real space. Oh, Jonas has begun that. Let's do that really quick. Was it this one? Lord Captain, an Ordo Xenos punitive unit led by Acolyte Lieutenant Zhu has arrived on Jonas. The Inquisition forces have already taken control of the Governor's Palace and intend to inquire into the recent anomalies on Jonas. Drix, why was I not notified of the arrival of Vance? I am as surprised that they have informed us of their arrival at all. It demonstrates a semblance of trust. Alright, what do you think of this, officers? Cooperating with the Inquisition would do us more good than trying to hide the current misfortunes of the colony. I can send a message to keep us informed of the interrogation as a favor.
If only we could have thrown them a bone and let them find the evidence they want. One that they can get by without. The rest could be concealed away from their inquisitive eyes, like a sand lizard shedding its tail. Sometimes one must cede the battle to win the war.
This is the agri world, so I had both. This was Ordo Xenos, and we've pretty much purged that thread, so I let the Inquisitors do their job.
Yeah, I mean, we had some mutants running around, but not Xenos.
Well, no, remember, that's where the Eldar were, too.
Were, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, let them have the bones. To serve Jonas the Fun. I ever see Henrik's grace, logic, cohesion, and persuasion. Okay. During the investigation, I was able to establish that the genetic changes in the Reach's bodies were solved. Oh, it was about the mutants. A serious substance secreted into the water by Xeno Obelisk. The substance did not contaminate the water until recently, as shown by the anomalous Amigos Biologists. The same Xenos Obelisk appear to be linked by a chain of energy communications, also serving as a source of unknown radiation that seems to have caused the outbreak of the contaminant growth in the currently uncontrolled sector of the planet. This also seems to cause the appearance of the mysterious phantoms. All right, this is also where we had the phantoms, right? To Lady Xenos theory. There may be some sort of ancient mechanical construction on Jonas that has awakened from its slumber. It's possible that the anomalies occurring on the planet are merely the side effects of the blasphemous machines trying to start itself.
And that's where it stops telling us anything. Okay.
Well, it basically, that was the part of the quest line, so now we can do some other ones. Oh, we can turn it into a pleasure world. Now.
Ayo?
No, that's exactly what it sounds like. Ooh, and we have a chance for a new sword. Watcher from Above. One-handed melee weapon. The Emerald Sword was wielded by the most honorable Agri Prime Lucis Vit Ab Amr, who served as paladin to the governor of Jonas for centuries ago. Darkest hours during the rebellion, the dinosaur sect of the anointed by Earth, the glorious Luminant saved his patriarch from the rebel who stormed the palace and quelled the rebellion by slaking the thirst for his noble's blade with peasant's blood. Wielder of the sword gains plus 25% dodge and plus 25% parry. They with the sword suffer a negative 25 penalty to their weapon skill until the wielder's next turn. Most warriors, 10% parry, 10%. Okay.
Could be pretty funny to put that on Abelard.
It's a one-handed weapon. Oh, wait, no, he does deal one-handed stuff now.
Yeah, he's using a shield.
Okay, but we have to turn it into
And remember, he has that whole like parrying counterattack thing going. Although he does already have a weapon that does some kind of parrying, I think.
Okay, so let's do some of the other ones then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, what he has already is way better.
Yep, all right.
We
Oh,
should
looks like
really end up putting some higher tier weapons on Yuki at some point here.
we just haven't found anything better, is what I remember.
Well, yeah, the problem is the effects on her weapons are really good. So it's hard to replace them with just raw stats.
Yeah.
Because, like, stacking minus 5% armor that stacks all the way up to minus 50% armor, for instance, really good.
Oh, I could just like click multiple of these all at once?
Apparently. As long as you don't have to wait for the build to happen or something.
Yeah, that's all right, hold on, because I got a bunch of stuff to reconfigure then.
Alright.
Because I was doing these like one at a time just to
While you do that, I'm going to take a quick phone call because someone is calling me. Here.
Oh, hi everyone, but let's see here. Arbitrator summons. Okay, that's all good. Huh. All right, yes, we'll go with that. Warp Revelations. All right. Nope, don't care about us. Hello, personal lines. Tribal fair. Bears with these holy weapons. Ooh, that's not bad.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Apparently, I have a lot to. Assembly site.
Process through on that colony management.
Yep. All right. This looks good. Yeah, I did not realize I could just ring up a bunch of. Oh, okay. One of them cleared. Lord Captain, the Crucible's great sculpting is underway. Foulstone is being transformed right before our eyes to a fertile world with such lush groves and clean water. However, there's evidence that the Crucible has also created humans. From the month of the relic came several thousand people speaking in archaic form of low Gothic, demanding to be given orders. Their creative lad built houses and produced facilities with obedience and in general have remarkable range of skills and knowledge. However, these people completely lack their own free will, and for this, the monks have named them touched. There is a split among the faithful, though many call it a miracle sent by the Emperor himself, and want to quickly put the touch to work. A part of the population is frightened by these soulless creatures born from ancient machines. They demand that the planet's learned men intervene in the great sculpting and find a way to stop the production of the touched. How dangerous are these? They do not appear to pose a threat. The autopsy of several specimens has shown that they are physically identical to ordinary humans. No traces of corruption or Xenos influence were found either. However, their obedience is double-edged sword. They obey any orders without knowing or caring who gives them, and thus nothing preventing a cunning intruder from bending them to their will, creating an army of obedient slave spies at their disposal. All right, advisors.
They were begotten by the relic of Saint Cognitius, which means their existence pleases the Emperor. Your people must be reminded that it is so. Arrange a public ceremony to ensure
Initiate.
of tonsure to initiate the touched into the Order of the Hammer, and a service dedicated to reading parables about the acts of Saint Cognitius and his followers.
Why don't you make the first move and assemble a mighty force from these touched ones? If they are so obedient and diligent, then they will make fine troops assigned by loyal commanders of each squad to keep an eye on them, and these strange people will turn from a threat into defenders of the Imperium. Lack of will, registering of a high probability of manufacturing failure within Crucible's sacred process, exorbitant to disposal of the finished batch of units and halt production of new ones. The algorithm of the great sculpting requires further examination. Ooh.
Interesting. Pascal, of all people, is the one who thinks that we shouldn't keep it running.
Yeah. Hammer. Oh. I do like putting them in the firing lines. You know, lack of will cannon fodder seems like a good idea to me.
Unless the enemy orders them to turn on you.
I mean, they won't know that, and you're getting shot at. It's pretty hard to figure that out. But I also don't like them just being massed on one planet like that, because, yeah, that could cause problems. No, I'm going to go with Urf. But do pick loyal commanders who would be ready to die for your cause. Annette Vatar. Let's see, what do we get here? Touch who are recruited as enforced.
Macro cannons.
One of these dorsal plasma macro cannons fire 2 shots, dealing 20 damage per shot. That resist and newfound fate, nor any other orders for that matter. They were not particularly skilled at warfare, but they were obedient, dutiful, and most importantly, indifferent to their own deaths. Soon, the first regiments were taken to orbit void ships and dispatched to other areas of the Protector, as well as the Rogue Trader's own flagship. Lord Captain, the situation on Foulstone requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the Crucible's maintenance, has declared publicly that he has been liberated of all worldly concerns. For he, oh my, I'm gonna go through because because I'm triggering all these. They're like all gonna pop off all at once, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Then the read card of Saint Contentious. There are some extremely questionable reports claiming that he has performed miracles, supposedly by a congregation gathered by preaching. He has asked for your lordship's permission to depart from Foulstone with the crucible in tow so that he may continue Saint Conscious work and use the relic to transform worlds, one true to the faith of the Imperium, into lush, splendid gardens. Goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Crone's Expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, but at the heavy cost, Foulstone would turn back into a wasteland, and you would lose the prestige that comes with having charged over such a valuable relic. All right, what do we know about this? Saint Troubadour Hike, a technomat from Footfall. He now prefers to be called Brother Pure Voice, an unremarkable commoner with no family, gaunt, unkept, covered in scabs from working the Crucible. He became obsessed with it from the day it was discovered. He never left the maintenance post, never rested, barely even slept, fasting and living off stimulant and condensation from the relic's cooling circuits. Then he started having revelations and eventually saw the truth, or he went completely insane. His sermons are directed at commoners, appealing to them for humanity and mercy. He often speaks about his former life as a saint, and many others' tales match. Well, I got his voice wrong this night. A legend about the conscious. No architect pounced and renounced. So the creed have been found in this words yet. Oh, that's not a bad one. You're probably right. Don't all range additional security measures to be taken. The false prophet's death is bound to cause some unrest. Shadow of the Undying One. Ooh. Whenever the wearer dodges or parries an enemy attack, the wearer gains +7 momentum. Base armor property. +4% parry, +4% dodge against ranged attacks.
Seems like probably new Yuki armor.
Pure Voice Prophet was subject to the trial of faith and perished the next planetary turn, providing that he was like but a humble liar. The stoked anger and turmoil among the rabble. The Lord of the Hammer is pleased that the suspicious prophet troubles the faithful no longer. Okay, then keep it. All right, Dagrosis. All right, let's add Bastion and the final choice. All right, Society of Cardiographs, Librarium, Scholar Progenium. And you can join us. Loyalist Garb. If the wearer is not moved during their turn, their cover efficiency is increased by 20% for one round. Their moves at least 3 cells per turn. They gain 20 dodge per one round. It's a light armor with 50% armor on it. Dang. Barium, Echo of Victory. Whenever the wearer attacks any target in a 5-cell radius around them with a ranged weapon, this attack deals 16% more damage. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, that's a Drukhari weapon. It's not going to do that.
Oh, that's weird. So before, when we looked at that Shadow of the Undying One armor, it said +7 momentum and then +4% parry and dodge. Now, when I'm looking at it in the inventory as Yuki, it's saying +3 momentum and +7 parry and +7 dodge.
Ooh, okay. All right, so the Necrosis is finished. And Wereabos 7. All right, let's see here. Penal Battalion. Ooh, and that locked everything up to get that done, so something's going on there.
I actually tossed that on Kybella instead of Yuki. For whatever reason, it has better stat bonuses on her.
Well,
The bonuses depend on the person wearing it.
Oh, we desynced.
Desynced. That was probably my fault for doing something while you were doing something.
Yep, alright, hold on. Oh, god darn it, I'm just gonna power through these real quick. Brilliant holy sermons speak of the three
The desync message actually went away on my side. Never seen that happen before. Oh, Gene Stealers.
Yep. People that we have enemy of the most. Wait, are you synced back up then?
Maybe? Question mark?
Is it Hendrix right now?
Yeah.
Oh. Attack after that. Surprise assault on the cult's headquarters. Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
It's the Lore Xenos one, so it's the one that really takes into account how the enemy functions.
And at the same time, it's about the cores, launch direct attack on the Grim Psychic Shadow hanging over the hives of Doug. Yeah, so there was a Gene Stealer called this. Attack stunned the blood root of heretics. And the crats. Heretics did not go down without a fight. Soon, enraged, outcry of psychic energy from the brood swept through the hives. Fun Dynasty's braid warriors into horrible and bloody insanity. But the choir managed to drown it out with chanting, but this was a test of wills. Most disciples steadfast psychers stood the sheer force. Right filled with the swift extermination of the cult's leader, the rest of the heretics lose heart. The filthy shrines of the heretics were set ablaze.
Tainted Phylactery.
Viewer gains 25 crit chance against Xenos. Or chance servants of these. Alright. Alright, let's go to the planet now. Alright, we're gonna pull up Cassia because we do need to level her. I'll drop Argenta out and do that myself. Because I feel like we're gonna do her quest after this, and man, that was just a bunch of menus and stuff going through all at once, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And watch, we're gonna get down here, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff, and then it's going to be all a bunch of crazy oh, great. By the sight of a dead body, the entrance of the palace has been holding the pile and trust. There is the palace wardens, while others arrange in clothing typical of the Dragonus nobility. Hod, seeing the young and forced stand attention, swallows nasally. Triplet says, your lordship, we are honored by your presence. What's with the corpse pile? You see, your lordship, these people wanted to attack. So, second lieutenant of the palace guard, Elaine Wet, reporting shortly before you arrived, we averted an assassination attempt on the rogue traitor. The palace soldiers detected the intruders and engaged them in combat. Right.
That's an interesting assassination attempt, given that you weren't there.
Yeah, where is the court chancellor, Clementon Worcestershire? I think she is.
Worcestershire?
Why do you pronounce that last one there?
Worsarian?
Worsarian, okay. I think that she is with the rest of House Worsarian, detained in the throne room. That is, Governor Durant has gathered all Dragonus nobility there to pronounce a guilty verdict of House Worsarian.
Sorry, the way you pronounced it just reminded me of, like, Worcestershire sauce.
Yes, that's exactly kind of what I said there. Dear Lord, perhaps he is a... It's Ablard. You could probably find him in the throne room where the governor sits in house for Starians on trial. Observation. These are high-functioning servitor specimens present among the expired units. Successors are traditionally bestowed upon the noble house that are most loyal to the sacred fellowship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. These deceased to differ from ordinary people, whereas the discussion made it clear that the deceased were not ordinary humans. As far as I know, House Park has received such servitors from the Crimson Priesthood as gifts in the past, although this is my first time seeing one myself. Okay, leveling up her really quick. I'm just going to run through this, not too hard. Let's go with that. That's a good one. Willpower, because Psyker.
And the spot while you do that.
But wait, did that pop up on your side?
Apparently.
Not pop up on mine. Shared chat is on, so.
Their message came through twice, so I'm assuming it hit both sides, but maybe something blocked it from showing on yours?
I should have gotten a block on that side too. All right.
I did fine.
Lore warp.
We found a crumpled up note.
Fellowship. Willpower again. Base skill warp. Complete there, and then unlocking this class. Ability. All right, let's go flesh wounds. With that, perception or warp again. Fellowship. Willpower. All right. And to the palace from what's sure to be a quick and easily resolved situation.
Definitely no complications to be had whatsoever.
Nope, but nothing. No traitors tried to pull a coup or assassination attempt or kill somebody in my name in front of me.
I hear 2 hearts of iron beating in your chest. One.
Dang. Ooh. Yeah, let's see how the governor's orders hold up to the rogue traders. Yes, move. Step aside, peasants.
Make way for the people wearing power armor.
This is one of the governors, but yep. Your lordship, 'tis an honor. Governor seems to materialize out thin air so suddenly. Does he emerge from the crowd? I regret that such unfortunate circumstances have occurred. The rogue trader's visit to the capital.
tries to take a step toward you, but the warden nearby stops her. Her face is veiled with fear and weariness.
Your lordship, you are here. Please, you must hear us out.
The rogue trader is...
Honestly, can't remember if that's the right voice for her or not.
Yeah, these the rogue trader is undoubtedly here to listen to the tempesty of each and every one of us and punish the traitors. I should just probably kill this guy, shouldn't I? We have known each other for many decades now, and we have our fair share of disagreements. But do you really think my flesh and blood would I'm in the Orwell's voice here, would tamper with the upon the very definition of honor and loyalty? His voice quivers with rage. His gaze over Abelard, but has the faint shadow of a doubt in his voice. We have evidence stating that Abelard. I am sure that his lordship will arrive at a fair ruling. All right, what are the charges? Distribution of logistical lines, bribery of the Adeptus Administratum officials, document forgery, and organization of heretical insurrections on top of the evidence deviating from economic impact this has had on your protectorate. These criminals have impeded the delivery of the imperial tithe, which in turn has drawn the Administratum's attention. Needless to say, the esteemed Adeptus Arbites cannot ignore the situation either. And therefore, their representatives arrived at the palace. We are obliged to identify and punish those responsible. Ooh, the tithe got fucked up. That's a big no-no. Dear God, this is going to be a long one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wish to hear your account.
Your lordship, House Masarian denies all charges laid against it.
Clemente glances at the governor with defiance.
These last few months have indeed been trying for Dagonis, but we have done our best to remedy the situation. My family, as every effort, has focused on establishing the capital's logistics and economy, so much so that we failed to notice the web of intrigue unfolding behind our backs.
Alright, what's happened since my absence? When we caught wind of the rumors of your disappearance, we partially awaited news of your return, but then Dragonis was struck by a series of terrible events. The first was the sabotage of the logistics that hampered shipments. Then the mass unrest spread across the entire planet, and the minor noble houses began squabbling among themselves, trying to pin the blame on their rivals. We took great pains to calm them down and managed to squash the revolt, though not without some outside help, unfortunately. These events have also overshadowed by the, I'm ashamed to say it even allowed in front of you, your lordship, the rumors circulating among the higher houses. He stammers and takes a deep breath. Some were calling for Theodorus True Hair to be installed as head of your house. Conrad Vochirivi. All right, kill all of those people.
Conrad
Voidveer. Kill all of those guys right now. Not all of your subjects have forgotten his past efforts for the benefit of the Trade Protectorate. He stops talking and watching with the Tesla. Then the investigation was launched. The evidence led to us to the Worsarians. Right, what was with the dead bodies outside? Your lordship.
So this is all a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's probably several conspiracies all triggering off at once, and a couple of people are just kind of like, oh, let's just blame these guys now. I only beg your pardon. You see, right before your arrival, the palace guard discovered a plot to assassinate you. Fortunately, the malefactors were disposed of before they could cause any harm. So there was a plot to assassinate me on a world I wasn't at, and whose last knew about that I was not lost. Using the trust leading noble houses of treason without a driver's seat. That's... Of course I have evidence, your lordship. The investigation has established that members of the Worsarian family which is responsible for both Draconis' fleet and its logistics, have used their contacts to forge hostile was undocumented in order to undermine the planet's supply routes and economy, thus forming unrest among the inhabitants. Alright. I'm going to use my son, Cornelius. Governor points to the lanky young man standing beside him. His brow curts, but avoids meeting your eye. Cornelius holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace. It is thanks to him that we managed to identify... Okay, this is bullshit already. I can just... Yes. This foolproof evidence found by my son. House President, who am I to act on the orders of members of House Rosarian? It was they who intended to spread the idea of restoring the title of Rogue Trader to the true... Oh, God, this is laying it on thick.
This young man is shrouded in a mist of grey and blue, sickly shadows of fear fluttering around him.
Cassia speaks so quietly that only you can hear her.
You know what? Having the Psyker with us probably is a good idea here, actually. I remind you that House Rosarian has hardly converted itself into the glory in the past. It allows Xenos to attack the planet. I'm like 60% certain you had a hand in that, you asshole, but alright.
Yeah?
Alright, supporting the government's accusations, alright. Lieutenants exchange glances. The noble lords averting their gaze, and the noble ladies hiding behind their fans. No one's willing to be the first to answer.
Hey, it's a Sourback.
Alright. As many years of service, Dies name earned Theodore's trust and holds his high office risen. Sauerback's tone is stern and says, on behalf of House Sauerback, I support his accusations. Alright, I think that's a woman, if you want to try that one.
Oh, so it is.
Your Lordship, Governor Drivestem has always faithfully served the rogue traders of House von Valencius and concerned herself with the future of your trade dynasty, and so House Gaprak thinks this charges against Rosarian to be sound.
The augmentics hide Toriana's emotion, but her voice sounds slightly timorous.
I humbly ask that you allow me to speak in defense of my family's honor. The evidence provided by the governor is utterly false. I cannot refute it, but I can say with confidence that no one from my family has ever tried to forge documents of the Indeptus Administratum, let alone undermine the economy of your capital.
Do I back them wholly, look for more information, or lean against them? Yeah, the more information feels right, especially if we can build a case against this asshole.
Exactly.
As you wish, your lordship. Speak to me when you're ready to announce your verdict. Thank you for your willingness to help, Lord Captain. I'm certain that all charges are false. Greatly help you exposing them. As such, I think I should speak with everyone present, the nobles and lords and ladies. I also feel like I probably should have brought in the Inquisitor now, actually. Or the...
Yeah, I was thinking that when you mentioned the Psyker.
Alright, let's talk to them first. Here there was... We're to step aside, bowing respectfully. I'll allow you to approach the Rosarian family. Clementia, tried and slightly disabled. It's the first to bow her head into fire, and several men and women behind follow suit.
Your Lordship,
The woman stammers as if lost for words.
Voice going out there a little bit, Yuki.
Yeah, voice died there for a second, and I realized I was muted.
No, I can hear you on my side.
I was muted on my side.
Oh.
The woman stammers as if lost for words.
Accept my most humble apologies for failing to greet you properly, and my thanks for agreeing to speak with me before making your final decision. The charges brought by the governor are severe, but I can only assure you of this, and swear on my own honor, we are not guilty of the crimes that House Wassarian is being accused of.
Clementia, sorrow creeps in Abel's voice, betraying his stern face. You were acting at head of this family. You were supposed to take care of each and every family member, and now you're being accused of treason and collusion against the rogue traitor. The entire family is facing death. How could you let this happen?
Yeah, we never read the letter that we picked up, by the way.
What letter?
The one I mentioned that we picked up while you were doing the level ups, which has to do with option 3 there.
All right, let's read that.
While Clementia reads the letter, the Vorsarians behind her read it over her shoulder.
Your lordship, let us be frank. It would be foolish for me to try and orchestrate something like this, knowing how many wardens are patrolling your palace. I would not have let myself or anyone in my family get involved in such a scheme.
All right, the attackers were high and functioning servitors, the ones that look closer to human. Anything about them?
Servitors? Is that so?
Clementia crosses her arms and furrows her brow, deep in thought.
I have encountered servitors that were indistinguishable from normal augmented humans, but only once. They were accompanying several members of House Gaprak.
I believe that was in line with something that
Pascal
was said
said.
outside the palace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I assumed the house tied to the Mechanicus would have the high-end Mechanicus servitors. Who stands to gain from framing you?
Anyone, really?
Clementia replies with a bitter laugh.
The other houses consider us unworthy of our position, and many would jump at the chance to rid of us and gain control over what was once our domain. The planet's fleet and logistics at the very least.
Yeah. Lady Theodora chose to grant noble status to House Rosarian. But the other houses which have served as the expanse for millennia did not welcome the decision, led to some many difficulties. Other claims you forged documents in the Stratum.
The fleet is the primary remit of House Wassarian. It is our responsibility. Logistics and supply routes are another area of our responsibility. We have no direct influence on the inner workings of the Adeptus Administratum. The first large-scale deliveries were cancelled after the quantities of food were miscalculated by clerks in the Administratum. Then, we were faced with incorrect weather data and a meager fuel budget. It was clear that the cause of all these problems was the calculations performed in the Administratum in one way or another, but no matter how many times we asked, we could never obtain any clarification on the matter.
Yeah, that certainly points to someone specific, doesn't it?
Yep. Alright, I want to find out what's going on. Who do you think I should talk to?
I'm afraid I cannot be of much help. Talk to the representatives of the other houses, eavesdrop on their retinue, and perhaps you will hear something unusual.
Alright, I'm not going to directly accuse you. No, I'm not going to directly accuse you.
Yeah, I'm like, she's definitely innocent.
Alright.
It's about time.
Alright, well, the hell's going on over here? Alright. If our... I managed to uncover their gullibility prior, so things you. Yeah, he did find them pretty quick.
I cannot be leashed.
Okay. Starts. Don't like them. Alright, let's talk to the other big jerk. Somebody's retinue are all dressed in expensive gowns and finery. The matching color schemes of their outfits and straight physical resemblance among this is they all come from one family. Your lordship, thank you for giving this case your undivided attention. Planning the plot against me? As soon as the logistical and economic problems gave rise to the inherent rumors, we tried to find the person responsible for spreading the calls of Ghidorah's return. The investigation showed that some of the documents inside the Adeptus Administratum were forgeries. We can thank my son, Cornelius, for such astute observation.
Yeah, I don't trust any information coming from this guy.
Or his, yeah.
Well, particularly from his son.
Yeah. Your lordship, I assume that that my humble person is undeserving of your attention. Cornelius holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace, and he who discovered the errors leading to the disrupted logistics. Also, thanks to him, we found the perpetrator of the forgeries who admitted the acting of the orders of House Rosarian.
Uh-huh.
Let's not show him. I need to read that goddamn letter.
Yeah. You can always click I shall return to you later and read it first.
Yep, alright, no, we're going to do that. Where is said letter? I'm missing key items. Shannon Part 2, Shannon Part 2, more effects.
Yep, blood-stained letter. If you hit the sort button, newest to oldest.
Alright, let's see here.
Soaked with blood, only a portion of the text is readable through the crimson blotches. Etful and discreet, keep away from the lords and ladies. You must look like a noble to the servants and wardens. Do not engage in conversation with anyone. Your task is to avoid exposing yourself ahead of time and let the Worsarians get away while the wardens are busy guarding the road trader.
Okay, that's...
Does not sound like an assassination plot. It sounds like a rescue attempt.
Yeah, so... yeah, because it's very much of let them get away, let the rogue trader like be defended. Like I'm curious, but we will see. All right, yeah. High-functioning servitors. Such servitors are indeed rare, and the Gross Sparks do have them in their service, but this could have been done intentionally with the eye of confusing you. Anyone with the desire and sufficient funds can hire them. Alright, tell me about your son. Thank you for your interest, your lordship, but I am not worthy of it. Oh, that was his son there, my bad. Son, show due respect, forgive him, your lordship. This is the first time he has the honor of attracting the attention of the rogue trader. Tell you what do you do? I managed the documents and recorded release related to the economy of Dragonus. You probably know how scrupulous the workers of the Adeptus Administratum are. I'm afraid that more detailed explanation of my duties would mirror the administrative process of the administratum too long and overly delayed. But clearly I had a hard time doing so. How'd you manage to find these documents? When you compiling reports on the last cycle supply chain, I noticed inaccurate and discrepancies in the figures. With the help of the other clerks, I managed to find several other documents. Stammers and swallows. A comprehensive data analysis showed that the discrepancies were caused by intentional tampering with the data, thus leading to some logistical problems that were practically unsolvable. Father and I have managed to single out the administratum's clerks responsible for tampering with the data. Following a heated interrogation, they confessed that they were following orders of someone from House Wursarian. Everything was supposed to look as though they were the ones suffering losses from religious and economic problems.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but do they have access to the administratum? There's no clear way to do all this in a place where they do not hold any power. However, some neurostate justice is expensive. I think the right amount of money can open any door. Why are you so nervous? That man, people suddenly dilate. He stands attention and replies in one breath. This is the first time I've spoken face to face with the wrong train. I'm afraid I'm saying something wrong or forgetting something important. Watches his son. Changes now said, do you wish to tell the Lord Copt anything else? You know, it's a little irritating in this game, like the support class not being able to do much, but it really pays off at this point, doesn't it? Terror looking at his eyes, he stares at you with the hand. He speaks quietly, confusing without raising it. Forgive me, your lordship. I can't do any more. This lie has gone far. I can no longer control the truth. Oh, this lie has gone too far. I can no longer control the truth. Is the electrical problem caused by a single error in the numbers? I must. Oh, holy shit! So it wasn't.
You almost had an entire noble house put to death, dude.
Because he was trying to cover for his son.
No, the son was trying to cover for himself.
Really shocked and enraged. Oh, dude, I discovered my mistake. It was almost impossible to restore the supply lines, and I was approached by someone who said they were a friend. They didn't give me their name. I never saw their face. They promised to fix the problem. All I do is pretend they were serious and responsible for the mistake, and for the rest of the evidence, they promised to arrange it all, and let's speak. Oh, so it's a scheme to start a plot to kill someone? Like, I'm not entirely sure if it's just the Warsarians or if it's somebody else on this. No.
No. So, this is actually an attempt to overthrow you, but not by this guy. He's just a pawn. What's going on is, remember, that Kunrad Voitvir guy was the one who tried to, if I recall correctly, take over the ship originally, and he is now attempting remotely to put things in motion to oust you from the throne, so to speak, and usurp you.
Yeah, but why are the Warsarians caught up in this? Are they trying to weaken my power base right now?
Well, yes, because the Warsarians are very loyal to you, and they control a lot of things. So if they can get rid of them and install someone else into control of the supply lines and everything, then they have a significant foothold. And at the same time, remember that there were people calling for them to be reinstalled. If they install people who are loyalists to them, that helps them significantly in being put into power and bypassing any attempt to restore you.
Yeah, I thought that might have been a red herring. Oh, okay. We will see then. I guess I was wrong on that front. What have you done? How could you? Your lordship. He suddenly turns to you as if trying to shield his son. This is my fault. I trusted my son and failed in doing so. I beg of you, have mercy. I'm gonna check said. And you called my family honor into question. Over it, nevertheless, I harbor no desire to kick a man when he is down. Lord Captain, the confession you have obtained means that House Warsarian can now be cleared of all charges. So I don't know who is behind the forgeries, the riots, the plot, the assassination attempt. Someone is committing their foul deeds and sowing chaos right under your subject's nose. To leave that stone unturned would be a disgrace.
Yeah, and this is why I was thinking we need to investigate this.
All right, yeah. Plots behind a scheme. All right. How the two of you communicate? I just wasn't expecting him to... Did you do it? Like, is this real? Yes. Are you sure? No, I confessed to everything. But
They folded pretty easily under our intimidation.
yeah, I guess to be fair, with this retinue, that kind of does fit well. The least
I could
intimidating,
feed you to my space wolf here.
like the least intimidating person is the person directly irritated, like he's Abelard out of this group, I would say. And he has the most stock in this. But my letter, I received a letter on the blue one day, was unassigned, but the person writing knew all about my erroneous calculations. They offered to help me cover up my mistake. In return, I would name the recipients the one who sabotaged the supply lines. All I do is gather some documents to report that they were listed in one of the letters and kept my mouth shut. He is a floppy tool, but he's a floppy tool that is loyal. Just an idiot.
I don't know about loyal. The dad is. The son, not so much.
Yeah, killing him right away might prove to be bad for leaving the father loyal, though.
That is true.
So I think
Well, here's the deal, right? Compassion for him doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't get punished. It just means we don't necessarily immediately murder him.
or the other option is to immediately murder him. All right. Oh, thank you, Lordship. The Hunter bows, gives you his son. And as for your position, I think I'll be reassigning to a role requiring less responsibility.
Yeah, definitely don't click number 3.
Yeah. All right, what do you make of this? Let's see. It looks like another piece of evidence incriminating House Rosarian. Perhaps they truly did intend to kill you, cause a stir to help them escape custodian. Yeah, this is that's just because we're not supposed to know if he's loyal or not yet. So
I won't tolerate weakness.
no, we're gonna save Gaspar for last. So we're back. Oh, I only have so many floppy voices. The bitter judgment look. Your lordship. Sauerback looks like
This one I feel is probably very pompous.
father standing a slightly distance closer to his mother. The yet understanding dress serves to highlight the dazzling beauty of Arcanius' wife, Regent Sauerback. What?
I guess it just kicked us out.
I guess he only had that one line. This is the... Yeah, this would be... He was in...
Is it? It's,
Yeah, this girl, but it's...
yeah, they're led by the... No, they're led by the Marcarius. That's the husband.
Yeah, alright, that's it. You really believe the Rosarians are guilty. Why do I talk to her to get to... Okay.
I don't know.
Certainly. Sauerback replies with a hesitation. Governor Disting possesses proof of their guilt, and they have no means by which to refute it. And if they were to entertain the idea the Rosarians are being framed, how much longer will their house Edelhaven last anyway? If so, ill-prepared for treachery. A slightly mocking tone. My advice to House Rosarian would not be to appeal to the rogue traitor for help, but instead to simply stop, accept fate, and make no matters worse for themselves. I cannot remember HQ of Adelies seeking your advice on what House Rosarian should do in this situation. Pay attention, Mercurius. Focus on the rogue traitor's question. Apart from the Rosarians could have a motive of conspiring against me. House Driver Steam wishes to expand their clout. House Gaspar, who lost their influence in the Kiva Gamma incident, looks back at his family and turns to you again. House Sauerback, whose patriarch is too direct in his communication with the rogue traitor. You would.
He's talking about himself.
Yeah. It's just my brain was having a hard time processing that really for a question against you. Okay, you could have done. My question about of loyalty. Each of your subjects has sworn an oath of loyalty to you. Who sincerely do you doubt? Could be behind this attack. Briefly applies to you with a cured laugh. I've always thought Tama too weak to participate in such risky ventures, but seems I was wrong about her.
Yeah, they did mention talking to their retinue and trying to overhear stuff, too.
Yep. So trader. I've been doing that with the other houses. I generally do it after I talk to them. Oh, god damn it. These servitors are going to turn on us, aren't they?
Oh, for sure. Like, why else would they be here? But I mean, we've survived plenty of servitor attacks.
Okay, their nobles are talking like, oh, the real rogue trader. And one of them's missing. Alright, let's talk. The ladies surrounding the dressed House Spark are standing at half circle around Tornana and her son, Vincent. Their bodies, face almost every member of the dynasty, are covered in large ornate augments.
Toriana Gaprak curtsies to you. Her mechanical voice sounds distant and indifferent. Okay, how to...
Greetings, your lordship. May the Omnissiah grant understanding.
With a clink, her visor oculars swivel to the seneschal.
Abelard, it must be difficult for you here under these circumstances, with your house standing accused of such a grave crime.
My family, Lady Thoradana, is yet to be found guilty of anything. That verdict is for the rogue trader to reach. Right. What do you think about the Rosarian family? Do you think it's true?
I would not take such a responsibility upon myself and rule on their guilt, your lordship. I do think Governor Drivestim's accusations are worthy of consideration, however.
Which noble houses are reasonably party such conspiracy?
She thinks for several moments before replying.
Pardon my bluntness, your lordship, but I will answer truthfully. It could be anyone. Greed, fear, and ideals can drive even the most loyal subjects to do the unthinkable.
Because they all them have servers. Such servers are only employed by families close to the objective camps. Isn't that so?
It's impossible to read Toriana's emotions in her heavily augmented face, but her sudden turn towards her family betrays her confusion and surprise. Perplexed whispers bounce from one family member to another. Impossible. We came here by ourselves without any servitors. We know nothing about it.
Your lordship, thank you for informing us of this. You are absolutely right. My house has indeed been endowed with high-functioning servitors, a blessing for those who revere the Omnissiah. But today, none of our house members were accompanied by them.
Interesting. What about this note?
Toriana's mechanical fingers grip the paper.
Officially, high-functioning servitors are employed by my house and my house alone. If such units were to attack the rogue trader, suspicion would instantly fall upon the Gapraks. I assume this is what the Versarians intended to happen, but they did not expect that the servitors would have this letter on them.
Wait, servitors are programmed. So a letter wouldn't
Yeah,
be do any like they would you wouldn't put like a letter is literally there to just be yeah, okay, yeah, that's one
just to be evidence.
yeah. It's like putting a sticky note on your computer saying, "Oh, make sure to kill this guy." It's like, what?
Well, also, the contents of the letter to me spoke of an escape plan. They didn't speak of an assassination attempt. So, yeah.
There is something going on here.
A new challenge for me?
There must be someone else that we can still talk to around here, too.
All right, anything up here?
That's just the throne over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess just getting the one confession is all we can really do? Question mark?
Well, let's see over here.
Follow my lead!
Okay, so we can come out here. Let's.
I mean, I think it'll even let us leave and go back to the ship if we really wanted to.
Deserve much attention.
Oh, there's a guy. He's running in.
Are they leaving already? But everybody's. Did you try to leave?
I might have gotten too close to the exit.
I'll lay claim
Okay.
to the
I was just trying to talk to some people that were hanging around over there a bit.
I think all the guys out here are just gonna say like, oh, all this fuss over.
Anything like in the bedroom area?
All the servants are missing.
They sure are. Well, they've all been rounded up and are, about to be put to death over here.
It's about
Or shipped
time.
off to the mining colonies.
Penal colonies. The mining colonies are much worse.
No, some of them specifically said mining colonies.
Okay. All right. Let's talk to the Warsarians.
Yeah, please don't send me to the mines. I'll tell you everything I saw.
All right, I'm not gonna hit them on that. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's call.
I was gonna say, can we talk to Abelard directly?
I won't
Not sure if that's a thing we
tolerate
can do.
weakness.
Where are you at? There you are. Hold on. Nope.
Okay, well then we might as well go to the verdict, I guess.
I pronounce my verdict. Understood, Your Lordship. Allow me to prepare everything. Oh, I don't even get to do it in the other fantasy side. It's like the charges brought by Governor Dissent were fabricated. House Rosarian has nothing to do with the orchestration, the riots that prolonged the Rogue Trader, but it is far from concluded. Or sweep through the God nobles and gives way to oppressive style. It's not much as whisper. Okay, so I don't think it's
I feel
driver.
like we don't actually have enough evidence for anything other than drive stem. Like, yeah, we have them on negligence, but they're not the real culprits here.
Yep, which a little piece of my brain wants to like super game it, and it's like the Garspark family is so guilty it couldn't have been them. It's definitely the Sourback, but it's like I
Yeah,
don't
like-
feel that's right either.
The available evidence does point towards Gaprak, but they didn't really seem to. I don't know. Like, if anything, they seem to maybe be puppets as well, because. But at the same time, like, they're the ones who are saying that the other guy should come back, and that's a problem.
But
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Convict on attitude alone.
yeah, that's kind of the thing here, and it's just like. But the Kiva Gamma incident, but the fact that once again, it's like the person who did it didn't know what the hell servitors were like. Like the fact that there is a note is what's off about that. Wait. Why did they shoot servitors? Was it because they were acting suspicious?
Well, they shot them because there was an assassination attempt. That, as far as we can tell, really wasn't an assassination attempt.
Mm. Yeah, the Sourbucks also really want the other noble house gone, though. It's like Driver State is. You know, I have to go with Gaspar. That's where most of the evidence lays. That's kind of
Oh, we missed something.
what.
Apparently, there's a dude downstairs that kills himself,
What?
and then you get some additional dialogue and options. Yeah.
All right. The fact that I'm that I went downstairs. I fiddled around there for a while. What the hell?
It's also apparently known to be a little bit buggy.
Okay. If it's buggy, I'm not feel bad looking this up. Who should we pick then? If you got that up.
I'm still reading on it. Hang on.
Because I have heard this is the part of the game where almost all of the heavy bugs are. So we're probably going to play this side of the game a little looser than previously.
It's a minus 10 that you need on the coercion check to coerce that kid.
It's that easy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It makes me feel really stupid for about putting points into my build, but fine.
Yeah, head back to the entrance of the palace and check at the bottom of the stairs to find Galen Gaprak. Talk to him and he'll die. Check his pockets to find a note and read it. Tell the Gapraks about the body you just found. For Saurians, drive stems. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing. I can... we can choose the correct option here, but it still won't be the correct thing.
Oh, God damn it. What? So, okay, what is this?
Because there's actually just one culprit within the house, and instead we're dooming the entire house. We don't actually have the option available to us to get rid of the one specific traitor and unravel the plot.
Oh, dang. Well, safe than sorry.
I'm not sure. Huh?
Safe than sorry. Which house is it?
Well, it is in fact Regina from House Sorback. So it's the wife, not the husband.
Trying to push their, yeah. My gut was right.
Which also probably explains why it was her that we needed to talk to and not him.
Yep. All right. I will not go against your verdict, but I will not go against your despicable verdict. Will not go against House Starbuck has never given any reason to doubt our loyalty, and thus, except death and pride, there is more honor to it than in this, serving the likes of you.
There's one more thing here. This is actually a Xenos thing.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is she a fucking Tyranid?
Quite possibly. But unfortunately, we failed to get rid of her. We've only gotten rid of her husband, who was not, in fact, the problem.
The noble dynasties in all branches have been found guilty of heresy. By order of the rogue trader, the entire house will be executed. The sentence is to be carried out immediately. No, she dies too.
Oh, okay. I guess she dies too.
So the problem is taken care of with mass slaughter.
Once again, murder solves everything.
Okay.
People love a good murdering.
I mean, especially my people. Oh, Bob Lysius Tyranny's Trade Dynasty. I'm guessing if we would have done... You know what? Hold on. Hold on.
Can I try and reload from the autosave?
If it doesn't rip it right here. Well, we will see. As we came into the system, but I'm gonna really do it. We can power through. Like, that is the one thing I kind of like.
There's really not a whole lot of things that you really need to do.
Yeah, it's normally it's taking this long because we're reading so much of the dialogue. If we skip over that, it goes a lot quicker. Oh no. Did it?
Put us back to outside the...
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to see if it was doing, if all the stuff I did to the colonies was before or after the autosave. Well, there's been active sabotage at Kiva Gamma. The cult of the File Dog has invaded the planet. I will back out of this as soon as I get a chance to. A pack of schism-mechanicals in the bowels of the Manufactorum and set them upon us. The attack was so sudden that we almost lost I'm at the wrong voice time. All the workshops, but we had help. Some entities already being called data angels have invaded the congenital network, seizing the cogitator and servitors and using them to repel the first onslaught of the schismaticals? Schismatical. Okay, that is a Dr. Seuss goddamn word right there. There's a fierce struggle taking over the planet. A noosphere, the world is boiling. Trade my world. Part of the coordinated attack that hit the entire expanse. The heretics must have been preparing for a long time. Alright, so this is about the... What do we know about data angels? Not much. Not much. They are machine spirit beings born from the art of data smithing. They charge into battle, chanting the same binary mantra that the patriots of Produce Zero C chant. Oh, so is this like okay, I thought this was like in the datascape, in the web. It's like, are these physical things?
No, I think it is in the datascape.
There are many nodes that where they can reside, perhaps because we destroyed the cells used in Product Zero C. This is quite beneficial to us, should we choose to refuse the aid of these strange creatures. Alright. Officers and fighters. The Manufactorum of Kiva Gamma are equipped with backup cogitators to ensure the continuity of production in emergency, the severity of the situation authors the disruption of service algorithms, and I am prepared to sanction a ritual that will allow the data angels of the Omnissiah to absorb the cogitators' computing power to combat these wicked spirits.
So, Pascal seems to think that they're legit.
You know what? While I do think he is wrong myself, he has a pretty good track record with being on point on what to do about stuff, though. And, this is Omnissiah stuff, so who knows? I'm for the God Emperor. Roman Scritta, except be fulfilled immediately. Gain access to the cogitator reserved being infused with power. And it'll charge at the schismatical. What? Yeah, this is just Dr. Seuss land there. But the spirits were tech exercising exterminated, and the affiliated mechanisms purged restored. You get praise to the opposite protector and algorithm for severe disruption. After banishing the schismatics, the data angels withdrew into hiding inside the cogitator, leaving the sort of desire to guess at who or what these beings were. Oh, I think there's going to be a couple of these now. Your Lordship, a cryptic message from your Kiva Gamma. The fabricator census reports that they have beheld the eye of the divine. I request details from your less devout servants. I verified that the Inquiet group, which has been investigating many of the experimental events that have taken place on the planet, following a trial of mysterious binary harmonics, it came upon an ancient and abandoned data complex. It is connected to the Manufactorum by a maze of communicant lines. It contains a gargantuan data loom. The mechanisms and markings show that it is designed, or should I say, is rather menacing named, is Null Kefria. Califia?
Caliph.
Null Caliph. That's a menacing name? What? Null Caliph is immense in sacred astronautical cogitations and showed no intent to make contact. Tech breaks that connected to it were pushed for the intrusion with a lethal injection of their punished with a lethal injection of their motive force. The only thing that managed to find out that the spirit of the data loop is not bound with vows of complaisance that would normally restrain the machine spirit of such powers. This is honestly a mighty entity bows to no one, driven only by its own aims.
Real quick, Caliph is the chief Muslim civil and religious ruler regarded as the successor of Muhammad. They're also the spiritual leader of an Islamic community regarded as the successor of the community's founder, more loosely.
Okay,
I had to look that up.
Yeah, no problem. All right, what's this abandoned complex? Ancient production facility, far older than the colony itself. So, this is just a goddamn AI, isn't it? Some assembly lines bear the marks of the Congenus fleet. Perhaps the first explorers who came to the Crow's Expanse set up a station on the yet uninhabited planet. The station was consumed by the developing industrial colony and eventually forgotten. It's possible that whatever plans they had for it were so clandestine that its creator's death ended up casting it into oblivion. The calculation contains no data to support this hypothesis. It does, however, contain the designation Null Caphia. Null Caphia Initiative is a project of the fabled Archmagos Opticon 107. That name rings a warning bell in my brain for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like I know it and it's bad. Whose functions were the initial explorer of the Kronos Expanse. All information on this project was removed from the catalog as per the Fleet Conclave's decree following permissibility hearing 16. By that same degree, Archmagos hold on a second. Gotta take a drink of water. Don't know where that came from. Archmagos Opticon was stripped of his title as the Conclave's proclaimed Supremus. Yeah, I'm getting AI vibes. A sacred computational being of great power. Its body is vast, and the wisdom and the metal of its machine spirit would befit an Imperial Titan. Ooh, that's a machine. Machines of such might and splendor are kept carefully hidden from the eyes of the laity in worship on certain planets as great legends, oracles, sacred angels of the Omnissiah, or demigods. Null Caphia structure indicates remarkable pieces of architect, part of it extending far through Cuvius Gamma, like a void cracking tentacles. We now know where the warp transmitter modified by Curibus Dolphin came from. It must have been part of this mechanism. The dead angel that we encountered earlier were born of its computational might. Full of vigor, they soar around its computational aura, which radiates into the noosphere?
The noosphere.
Noosphere. It's a weird way for that thing. Its response to our presence has been favorable thus far. What's this big computer calculating? All we have is a hypothesis according to which Null Caphia can see into the warp similar to a navigator. Any indication between technology and the warp is, as your will, are kept under the careful supervision of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So you can imagine just how unique this mechanism. So it's a machine looking into the warp. Okay, that's never a good thing. According to the Magi, it can calculate routes through the Materium without the rest or fear of corruption, given the fact that it has no human soul. Doesn't always... Okay, to be fair, 90% of the warp entities can't actually screw with tech. That last 10%, though, dear God, does it just bend it over its knee and do whatever it wants?
Yeah, we've definitely seen some tech be corrupted.
Well, okay, that's slightly... You can forge a demon into a machine and then it can operate that way. There is a small handful of demons that can just go tech wizardry and go, no, that works for me now.
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call again.
All right, not a problem. I'll keep on here. Given the fact that it has no human soul, they claim its power is comparable to that of a Novrotor or a Navigator House. Apparently, producer OC was initiated by his mechanism to initiate Magi with high physical potential in order to expand its own computational capacity. Right now, it's calculated are several hundred due to its weakened state of its computational power. We can assume the term produce OC contributed to this. Right. The great calculator seems indifferent to mortals. It has expressed a lack of desire to interact with us or destroy us. We studied the noosphere remains of the tech priests who dared to reach out to Null Caphia. Their minds contain excerpts from the dedicates of Produce Zero C. These traces were brimming with anger. Visors, probably Pascal realistically. The great machine spirit that identifies itself as Null Caphia bears potential as a valuable ally, one that could replace the need for navigators comprised of feeble flesh. We must take contact with this holy entity. For to do so is to honor the Omnissiah's tenets that the tech priest who had the audacity to disturb Part of their motive force is a testament to that might of the data voice. I hold knowledge to create a meteor that could interfere with the fearsome machine spirit and ease the burden of its revelations on unprepared minds. Pascal, are you an AI too? All right. Like you used to. Bunch of calls today. All right. Navigator Loom. This makes a mockery of every Navigator House legacy. The vast, significant violent, to destroy post haste. Good word to the other Navigator has the dispatching forces destroy the monster. So with it. Alright, we're gonna go with persuasion because I want to make an alliance with this, and it works off my skill a lot better than that. Ooh. Okay, I can kind of see why that didn't work as much because, yeah, Pascal's is an 80 with only -10, so yeah, that's. It will be done. Where the Pendux. Okay, no. What is this? It's all about the character pass a logic test with a -6 Peleos. Sometimes this ability is removed from the destroyed. The logic bonus is lost, and the character permanently gains the paradox solve feature. I'm sorry, paradox solve. Can you use the heroic act regards the momentum without spending momentum? What the absolute crud. I'm built from. Available. I have logic. Permanent paradox solve feature. Oh wow! So lost their lives trying to make contact with the great machine sphere before noticing how their bodies and minds were before the might. Soft to the avoid tech priest, then entered the great spirit, forged alliance with the rogue trader. It halted its sacred calculations, sowed favor upon the supplants with its tireless, unblinking eye. Its many travelers have been saved from peril. Yay! All right. So that is good. I'm going to do a hard save after that. And down to the planet we go. All right.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
We now have a powerful data spirit on Kiva Scambus that looks into the warp for us.
Yes, which I gathered our navigator is none too pleased about.
Yeah, she's okay, but the item we got from that is quite crazy.
I did look at that, yes. I imagine Pascal is probably the only one who has a chance of using it.
Yeah, negative 160 something.
7, I believe.
Yeah, and which even then, it's God, that's got to be a one hell of a roll.
Sounds like a job for save scumming. And also stacking every possible logic item on the character.
Yep.
None shall
Okay, so
stand
before we
my
go
way.
in, we have to investigate the corpse here. Get the letter. Alright.
Yep, hold on. I need to do another quick level up. Yeah, What is Pascal's?
Characters are hanging around. Let me take a look real quick. Logic is actually only at 80. Tech use is his best stat at 160.
Okay, so yeah, that's not.
And he does still currently have a minus 10 penalty to willpower.
Yeah, he just kind of muddles his way through, so we're good there. All right. Oh yeah, unholy flesh. Yep.
Follow my lead.
All right. Back through this again. Which, gotta remember to save more often in this game, because I do feel like we're gonna run into some pretty large amounts of BS, stuff like that.
Is it seemly
yeah?
for valued servants of the Emperor?
Yep, no. I forgot, we can actually skip scenes.
Yes, we can.
Bodies. Just try not to click anything too quickly.
Nope, don't click that one.
Yep. There we go. Throw down another quick save so we don't have to make everyone go through too much. All right. That. There we go. All right, now let's go see this corpse.
A new challenge for me?
It says it's down here.
Well, the person's not a corpse yet. You have to talk to the guy first, and then they unalive themselves.
Middle years dealing in front of an altar. His palms face the implant-free parts of his skin are a sickly blue color. He does not react to your presence. He does not lift his head. He does not blink. He doesn't even breathe. Close to you realize he is dead. So technically, he was a corpse. I was right.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. It looks at the man. The colors of House Gaspark. I do not believe he decided to take his own life in such an extravagant way. As far as I know, there is a warden post here, but I do not see any wardens. Looks around. There's no one to ask what happened to whom the man spoke before he died. To ask who burnt when the palace guard suddenly disappeared. Oh, Pascal too. Yay! From suddenly and ravaged his body with cramping spasms, prevent him from falling to the ground. Some rare poisons have such effects. The victim suffocates slowly without being able to move or call for help. Okay. Yuki, examine the body. Another.
Huzzah!
What wounds the body? On the edge of the tiny puncture in the blue skin, likely a wound caused by a thin needle. Search the pockets. Take a pocket lining man's luxurious jacket. Piece of paper tucked behind the handkerchief bro with the initials HD. Make sure the rogue trader is attacked by someone loyal. It should appear as if all staged by the Rosarian family. Let the first thing I say about it. Last assignment soon. Your debt will be paid off. Okay. The wardens are unusually stationed nearby. Empty. That question put to Governor Drivestein.
And we do still have to make the
I'll lay
kid
claim to the
fold as well
stars.
and all that.
Yep. All right, so let's go do that. And you. Reasoning. Assailants. Servitors. You're telling me about your son. Continue. Access. Continue. Coercion. He's a little bitch. I want you to communicate. Lenience.
Return later. Yeah, we have to talk to the couple other people first.
It's about time.
Yep. Nope. I was going to do that. I just didn't want to make sure. So, yep. Sans family. Everyone's. Let's see all the servitors. I found the body of the attacker who thought it was on him. Yep. Dead body of a house right here in the palace. Died kneeling in a prayer. And this is the new dialogue, if you would.
Ah, yes. Toriana covers her open mouth with her hand in surprise and, turning to her family, looks for someone among them.
Helen, it can't be.
Oh, Taurus.
Halen is one of the lower-ranking members of House Caprak. Despite his advanced age, he never held high office, but he was forever striving to better his position, even beyond his abilities. Many members of my house struggled to cope with the misfortune that befell Kiavagama and our family. Some members could not recounsel themselves to our new position. Halen was one of them.
Okay, what could have happened to him?
Toriana's visor oculars are fixed on the floor, her fingers restlessly clenching in the fabric of her dress.
Toriana, the time to keep silent is long gone. The future of the Von Valencius trade dynasty is in your house. Are both at stake.
We lost Kiavagama, a truly devastating blow to every member of House Caprak. I lost all hope for the future, and my kin lost their sense of purpose. We needed time to recover and chart a new course for ourselves. We were, and still are, more than capable of doing that, but I will not deny it. The other houses have offered us their assistance for their own self-serving ends. Perhaps Halen decided to take them up on one of their offers behind my back.
Bow slightly towards the. Speaks quietly, so only you could hear him from across the room. Lord Captain, the Gus Sparks, or all, or perhaps only some of them, are definitely involved, but I suspect that they were not behind the plot against you. Halen Gus Spark could not be nothing more than a puppet in the hands of a defter puppet master. Expose whoever it is for prevent the pestilence, see heresy from spreading any further. All right, what do you want to do?
By the way, were we still ending at our usual time, or did we want to extend the stream since we started late? I was not clear on that.
Oh, sorry. No, we will be ending at our normal time. This is about. This is. I like to keep my schedule, and 9 o'clock is pushing it for me on this night, on days like this, too.
No problem.
The heads of the Dynasty and Sauerback houses. One of them is pulling the strings. Once we uncover the evidence, announce that the guilty party will be publicly executed before you pronounce the verdict. Just focusing on each house in your intended speech. I shall observe them. I've known these people far longer than you have. I know all the jesters' habits and behavioral quirks. I'm sure I'll be able to determine which one of them is responsible for the riots based on their behavior.
Victory awaits.
Guilty. All right. Anything about it? All right. So we should be good now. Anything about this? Husband, a spark was killed in the palace. No one noticed. How were they able to post at every altar? Or do so? I forbid your lordship. You have neglected. Those stunning Arbart. Assassinate attempt followed by a mysterious death, and yet here you are, oblivious to even the rogue traitor can justly accuse you of allowing a noble to be killed in the palace, or even failing to even notice. So, the rogue traitor accused me of neglect, not you. Your lordship, accept my dearest apologies for nothing matters more than the I shall send to the servants to deal with all of this immediately. But before Helen, I do not see him myself, but perhaps. Have you seen him? Just like a lot of themselves, and then the middle-aged woman with a tall, except for the hairstyle applies to you.
Woman with extravagant. Okay. Nobles talk quietly among themselves. Then a middle-aged woman with a tall, extravagant hairstyle replies to you. Well, let me rotate the camera and see this person. She is inside the Space Marine. Okay. Cool. I'll just wig it, I guess.
This is minor nobles. I've just kind of been bullshitting their name voices anyways.
I think my sister and I saw him sitting on the bench some distance away from the palace entrance. We think he was accompanied by a gentleman, but forgive us, your lordship, we could not make out his face.
Lead me to that place.
Of course, consider it done.
Follow my lead. We need to investigate.
I've got awareness 90. What do you got?
100%. I'll take care of that. But I guess maybe Abelard was the one doing the awareness check? Or maybe he just automatically gets that line if we solve it.
Wait, hold on. Man,
The Syrian family greets you in subdued voices.
my voice is just going out today, it feels like, too. So maybe the shorter stream was a good idea. Do you know anything about this?
The younger members of the Rosarian family crowd around to examine the note in Clementia's hands. All present are beset with worry and bewilderment.
I'm not sure if it's relevant, but perhaps you should know, since the fall of Kiavakama, House Kaparak has been faring poorly, to say the least. They've been looking for ways to enhance their influence and try to improve their lot, including asking one of us for help from the other noble houses. They have not approached us, of course. It is shameful to seek help from those you consider your inferiors, you understand. But perhaps the drive stems or the Sauerbachs could tell you more about this matter.
Alright, so we don't know. Okay. Alright, I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything, because I would like to...
New challenge for me?
Although I will say that feels less like a glitch and more like I just didn't notice the guy.
Yeah, he was kind of tucked away there.
So that might have been more bad. Everything's been fabricated. Okay. Okay, awareness. Now that's my feeling the question. Position evolving. We have discovered intent. Life was ordered by the members of House Gaspar. House Warson of Violence. Truth. This is all Yuki. Eric. Son. Restrained assassinate tip against the here. Yep, alright. Number 4, because this is probably what I would went with if I would have had the chance. Doctor said, the virtuous case the first time. I tried to remember that makes sense of something. Moving behind him. Narrows his eyes and scrutinizes. I saw back into his retina standing behind him. Probably his linger up catches sight of something important hidden in the crowd. He looks at you and nods to say, the players have given themselves away. Pronounce the verdict. Oh, so I could just kind of go through all these then. Alright.
Yeah, and just like notice things each time.
Yep. As I show you to him, some facts the crowd look confused and surprised, but you see some wearing expressions of satisfied contempt. Shake his head as if saying, no, not drive side, pulling the strings here. That again. Not drive Stein. Here, look at his face. I find House Starbuck guilty. Hey, take it from here. All right. Steps forward and initiates House Starbuck Patrick. Marcus, I must admit, I've always admired your bluntness, but just as I once had to say goodbye to a prominent promotion because of my dislike for intrigue, you and your family might soon say goodbye to your heads. Tell me now, in your blunt fashion, are you loyal to House von Valentius? His eyes give us think. I am loyal to House Rosarian. Back then, you're not lying, but someone else is. Someone who is poised to destroy both you and your family for her own gain. At time to respond, Regina, who's sitting beside him, raises her arms as to slap the elderly seneschal. Abelard definitely catches her wrist, stopping her hand right in front of his face. Her dainty hand is adorned with a massive augmented ring topped with a thin spike dripping with venom.
Naughty, naughty.
Man, good thing he has that dodge. Or is it just parry?
Parry.
Yeah. Alright. Zarback shifts his confused gaze from his wife to Abelard, then back again. The stiff arrogance has vanished from his posture. Regina, you... Mother. What's happened? Recoils from his mother. Oh... Marcanus, your bluntness makes you an open book. When I talked about helping against Sparks, you had no idea what I was referring to. Your wife, on the other hand, her eyes started shifting like you would not believe. Regina Sauerbeck, you are alone betrayed the rogue traitor, jeopardized the prosperity of the von Valentius trade dynasty, and alone responsible for your unmasking. Why do this?
Like the spike on her ring, Regina's words are dripping with poison and rage. Let's see, what was her deal? She's not the... Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Because Dorganis is serving an impostor, the true heir of Protectorate bears a different name. When Conrad appeared on Dorganis, he paid me a visit and opened my eyes to the truth of the situation. Theodore was killed by the one whom he had so unwarily taken under her wing. Macarius is too narrow-minded to even consider opposing the rogue traitor, even an illegitimate one, so I had to wait for the right moment, and the disappearance of the Lord Captain could not have come at a better time. It was quite simple to trigger the chain of events on Dorganis, so the people remember Master Voitvier's past service. It seems that many of your subjects do not actually consider you a worthy successor.
Why the Rosarians?
Because when stripped of the Seneschal's protection, this house is the weakest one on all of Dargonis, and they are also particularly disliked by the governor's family. It would have been easy to bury the Rosarians under the accusation of heresy.
No, you manage all this on your own.
Oh, of course I didn't. I have too many helpers to list them all, but rest assured there are plenty of them, just as there are plenty of people who follow Master Voitvia. My death will not change anything. The true rogue trader will come and take his rightful place when the time is right.
Alright, why did you kill Gasparked?
Halen was a good agent, but he was also a coward. He came to me just before a formidable rogue trader arrived. He was ready to confess everything. I suggested...
Oh, my bad.
Just hang on a sec, I can... Oh, okay.
He was ready to confess everything. I suggested he plead for the Emperor's forgiveness first, and he did grant him mercy, did he not?
Here, now, finish this. Says the rogue trader condemn only the rotten apple or the entire barrel. The entire noble line is loyal to me just because of one traitor. In that case, Rouge Sauerbach shall be subject to immediate interrogation followed by execution. Traitor's ring. The form of a liquid ring that allows the wearer to fire a liquefier shot once per combat. That was a liquefier shot. 15 to 25 toxic damage, created a 3-cell radius area, which inflicts 10 toxic damage and applies melting every turn. What's melting? Each stack reduces deflection by -1 and armor by 10%. Okay, shoot, that's a fairly good digi weapon, honestly. I don't know, Yuki, what did you replace your ring with? Was it something really good?
No?
Let's see, it's Trade Dynasty, yay. Alright, yay, we did all good. What? What was that? Play Province Abelard, Lord Captain. By thanks, a rogue trader should not waste time on the matters that his servants and trustees can resolve, but in this case, your intervention was necessary. It's for the sake of my family, but for your trade dynasty as well. Evidently, current accomplice continues to plot against your protection. Yeah, you called that one, Yuki. Here we have not heard the last of such scoundrels.
Huzzah! I paid attention. Yuki has passed her awareness check.
That's why I keep you around. Dear Lord Captain, how sorry to say it, although it came close to being wiped out as a result of scheming without the imprudence within. Sometimes I think about how much I could teach them, could ensure that they survive in the future without me. This happens. That is true. They need to be prepared for it, to believe that they will be able to take care of themselves. Trying to reflect on what happened, the role I played, and I think I'll be ready to resume conversation later. Back on board the ship. Yeah, but Abelard, let's get. I like them themselves. Oh, hey, I've got that level 4 dogmatic, so I can make it so you ignore armor for one round.
Oh, nice.
Is this the way? Yes. Okay, this might be
If the door cooperates.
You have to be a little bit weird with that. A good place to call it, because I do believe if I do go out and do anything, I'm going to be hit with another 20-minute wall of text. But so a little bit shorter stream this time, but hey, no break in between, so we just got to power on through it, guys. That being said, Yuki, we were also planning on doing a top 10 list for all of the anime from the year 2025 to start in this new year to get to see our top ones. We are still debating on the week on that one. It'll probably either be maybe next Sunday or the 2 weeks later. We just both need to sit down and mesh out what we want where.
Yeah.
Because out of the good ones from last year, there is quite a bit of argument and talking to do on those.
Indeed.
Okay, then. Do you have anyone on you would like to send them to?
Let me take a look.
So I do have one, but I'm honestly forgetting who did it last time.
You did. Well, we could always do Swimming Link, or I do also have, Rosette Wolf, apparently. Don't know them very well, but apparently I follow them.
Yep, not that. I've got Swimming Link. Let's go with them.
Alright.
But, alright, everyone. I'll be back this Tuesday. We're finally unstuck in Final Fantasy Tactics. I only had to out-level the guy by 10 levels and try 5 different times. If you're referring with the old soft lock spot, that's pretty much where I was at.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact spot very well, but I definitely know of it, and I definitely recall hitting it once upon a time.
Yep.
And being very glad that I was very, OCD about having lots of save slots.
Yep. Alright, Yuki, when's the next time they can find them? You.
I will probably actually be back later tonight after a short break to do some Uma Musume and, I don't know, maybe some indie games.
Alright, everybody, you have a good night.
Night, everybody. See you later, hopefully. Matane.